The Soul Republic Mastertrax XC is a version of the Mastertrax headphones that Soul Republic claims was specially tuned by Scottish DJ and music producer Calvin Harris.
I've never heard a headphone where the vocal has been so clear and precise.
Of course, we want to know if this headphone has a well-tuned sound or just well-tuned marketing. You're watching Lachlan Likes a Thing, and let's find out. Hey everyone, welcome to Lachlan Likes a Thing, the show where I take a thing and see whether or not I like it. Now the thing we're looking at in this video is the Mastertrax XC from Soul Republic. Now I actually bought these headphones many months ago at JB Hi-Fi for something like $240. And I've been dragging my feet, kind of sitting on these before making a review, and the reason for that basically is because I don't like the way these headphones sound. I don't think they sound good. But before I unpack that statement, let's look at the rest of the headphone, starting with the design. In terms of design, I think the XC is quite an attractive headphone, with a classy mauve and black color scheme, premium feeling materials, and nice attention to detail on things like the metal finishing and the headband stitching. So the Mastertrax XC, like a lot of Soul Republic's lineup, is based around a particular headband design. And the way it works is that you can actually remove the ear cups straight off the headband. And the headbands are replaceable. You can purchase them separately in a number of different colors, so you can customize them for your headphone, which is kind of cool. That said, I think that this particular headband, which comes with the Calvin Harris XC version of this headphone, cannot be purchased separately. I haven't seen it in stores. Now the actual headband itself is made out of some kind of plastic polymer, so it's apparently extremely durable, very resistant to kind of torsion force and that kind of thing. So that's nice to see. It's an interesting little design. Unfortunately, the headband design means that the cables come out of both ear cups instead of a more convenient single-sided cable, and the headphone can't be folded up. The cables are detachable, and replacements seem pretty easy to find in retail for about $30. The ear pads, however, don't seem replaceable, which I think is a big issue since they inevitably wear out over time. On the plus side, the ear pads are plush and pillowy and should fit around most people's ears comfortably. In terms of wearing comfort, the XC is definitely one of the more comfortable headphones I've worn. It's lightweight, and the headband and ear pads feel great for long-term wear. Soul Republic may market this as a headphone with a studio tuning, but this headphone was obviously made to be worn on the street. Noise isolation, however, is surprisingly only average for a closed headphone. So now we get to the sound of the Mastertrax XC, and as I said at the beginning of this video, I don't really like the way these headphones sound. First of all, you have bass, and the bass is decent enough. It's solid, it's rounded, it definitely has emphasis in the low end on this headphone. It sounds just a little bit loose, but it's not completely flabby. But the rest of the way this headphone has been tuned, the treble, the high frequencies are incredibly rolled off. They just hit a shelf and then they're just completely rolled off, and as a result, everything sounds very congested, it sounds very muffled, and what's really the worst thing about this headphone is that the mids, the way vocals sound really plasticky. For some reason, you have this muffled treble section, and then the voices come in and they sound kind of hollow and plasticky, almost as if you're listening to internal reflections from the ear cup bouncing back into your ear. It's just a really gross, kind of unnatural sound, and I really don't like it. The Mastertrax XC sounds better for some genres than others, and out of curiosity, I tried listening to Calvin Harris's own tracks on the XC. The headphone does indeed sound better with electronic and pop kind of genres, but even then I think there are other headphones that do a much better job. Soul Republic markets the XC as suitable for studio production, but I think the sound is far too sculpted for that. I think the Audio Technica M50X delivers a tighter, more neutral and detailed reference sound, though not everyone likes the metallic treble. Unlike the XC, the M50X also folds up, which is always a plus for any headphone. That said, the XC is a lot more comfortable than the M50X. The Beats Studio 2.0 is probably the natural competitor to the Mastertrax XC, and I think it delivers a clearer sound, especially in the vocals. The Studio 2.0 offers similar levels of wearing comfort and folds up, but the noise cancellation produces a constant annoying hiss. If you want a bassy headphone with an around ear fit, the best alternative to the Mastertrax XC that I have heard is the V-Moda M100, which delivers a convincing bassy sound without completely gumming up the mid-range and the treble like the XC does. The V-Moda is nearly as comfortable, has good build quality, and folds up to boot. In the end, I have no idea how much input Calvin Harris really had on this headphone, but given the sound, I really doubt he produces anything with this product.
When you're mixing vocals, I've never heard a headphone where the vocal has been so clear and precise.
So hopefully that gives you some idea about these headphones, and you can check out my reviews of some of the other headphones that I've mentioned. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button and consider popping a tip in the tip jar. Crowdfunding helps support the reviews that I make. You can talk to me on Facebook at facebook.com/LachlanLikesAthing or on Twitter @LachLikesAthing. Thanks to all my regular subscribers and happy listening.